The fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was an absolute mess, both in terms of production and the action itself. Honestly, it was tough to watch even with all the buffering. We got to the fight with constant freezes, and the pacing was brutal. The main event was supposed to start at 11 p.m. Eastern, but it didn't even begin until midnight. It's crazy how boxing events always drag on with long commercials and entrances. Mike Tyson's intro was so long, and even during the fight, we had commercials between rounds, and it was like they were doing everything just to break our immersion from the fight, because that's how bad the fight was. As for the fight itself, what is there to say? Jake Paul was clearly the better fighter tonight. He was faster, younger, and stronger. Keyword younger. But the match never lived up to expectations. Tyson, at the age of 58, he looked incredibly slow and sluggish. His defense was decent for his age. He was slipping nicely, but he just couldn't move like he used to back in the day. Jake landed some decent shots, but it never looked like he was really trying to hurt Mike Tyson. Maybe he respected Mike Tyson too much, or maybe he was just scared of the power and was just trying to play safe. Even at the age of 58, Tyson's chin held up, and he managed to take the fight to a decision. There was a stat that said that Jake Paul has knocked down or knocked out every opponent he's faced, except for Mike Tyson. Ironically, the oldest fighter he faced was the only one he couldn't hurt. Tyson was the only guy Jake didn't drop or knock out. But let's be honest, this was more of a spectacle than a competitive fight. Jake didn't knock him out, and that's the most telling part. If you are Jake Paul, half Tyson's age, with better cardio, you should be able to knock out a 58-year-old man, even with a legendary chin. This whole fight was a circus, and honestly, it felt like a joke. Boxing pacing, the long entrance, and the weird rule just to make it feel outdated. Even the production itself had a lot of issues. Netflix's first live sports stream was not ready for prime time, and the buffering made the whole thing worse. The actual fight was fine. Jake won, as expected, but nothing about it was impressive. Tyson days are behind him. He's retired, and he should stay retired. He's a legend. Nothing will change that. As for Jake Paul, stop chasing after these old fighters, these retired fighters, or even retired UFC fighters. We'd rather see him face people in his own age range, like a rematch with Tommy Fury, or a fight with KSI. No more 58-year-olds in the ring, please. And as for Jake Paul calling out Canelo Alvarez, I don't even know what he was thinking. There's literally such a big skill gap between them two. Canelo will just school him, and obviously I think he's just doing that just for the show. He's not really going to fight Canelo Alvarez. Is that stupid? After watching this fight, I really do hope that Jon Jones versus Stipe doesn't turn out like this. I really hope it doesn't. It seems like it might not, because Stipe is not as old as Tyson. Jon Jones is not as young as Jake Paul. Stipe and Jones are close in the age range. They're both more active fighters. Jon Jones been out of fighting for 2 years, while Stipe's been off for 3 years. And as fans, we are hoping that Stipe wins. It will be really, really funny. It'll be incredibly, incredibly funny to see Dana White melt down. And I do hope that Oliveira wins again. It seems like he might be trying that easily again. In all honesty, this fight just showed how better UFC cards are and how much more we should appreciate them. The pacing is better, fewer issues, and a lot more action. So I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe as well if you want to hear my dumb UFC and boxing takes. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.